Hi everyone, Ben Jordan here. Normally I make videos about electronics and printed circuit board design, but something has really been bugging me. Uh, I live here in California, and the US just celebrated a long weekend for what's called Memorial Day. And something that happens at Memorial Day, similar to Black Friday, which is after Thanksgiving in November, is the internet is rife with scam e-commerce websites. And these prey on young people who are inexperienced. They prey on people who are making an emotional decision, and every purchase decision is emotional. Um, and they tend to really come up in droves every time there's some kind of holiday, because that's when people are in shopping mode and really eager to go out and get some good savings. Something else that just happened before the Memorial Day holiday was there was a stimulus from the US government. So many families across America received a check in the mail from the government, from Uncle Sam, to keep the economy buoyant during this time of social distancing, and it's been tough. And no matter what the situation is, there's always going to be evil people in this world who want to prey on people who are in that state of mind where they're not thinking clearly. They just want to get something new and they want to get it ASAP, and they're making that, the lizard brain is taking over. And I wanted to do a video that shows you how some of these things look and to give you the warning signs to tip you off so that you don't get stung. And if you have been stung, take heart. There are ways of reporting fraud. If you have a credit card account, every credit card provider on your internet banking will have an ability to go and dispute a transaction. But let's take a look at how you can spot a scam website in 2 seconds and not get stung. Number one is you're almost always searching Google. But Google a few years ago came out with this wonderful tool that was meant to help everybody, and it's to help you find the best price of the thing that you want to find when you're shopping online. And for a while it was really awesome. But unfortunately today, it's 3rd of June 2020 here in America, it's no longer trustworthy. You can search Google to do your product research, but I would never ever recommend at this point using Google to find the best price. It is not the way forward. It will not help you, especially around a US holiday like Memorial Day. So I wanted to find a bigger, the items you're searching for are usually kind of obscure too, and a little bit pricey, or they're technology devices like phones, hard disk drives. So I'm going to search for a 1 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD. I want to find the best price currently so I can upgrade my laptop, get a bit more solid state disk storage there. So I do a search, and the top results look pretty legit, and they are generally from trusted sources. So this is Samsung's own e-commerce store. This is Newegg. I buy things from Newegg all the time. They are a trustworthy technology sales platform, much like Google. You can see I have an Amazon Assistant installed in my browser, and that does much the same thing. It gives me the prices of these top hits in Amazon. Those are generally not bad research tools for finding the best provider and price. And you'll see that for a 1 terabyte SSD, I'm looking at anywhere from $180 at the high end down to about $103 discounted, or maybe refurbished or something like that. This deal seems a little bit too good to be true, because that's the exact same drive. From Samsung Direct, it's $180, and from Newegg, it's $103. That's a little bit of an alarm bell, but Newegg.com is a trusted source of information and sales. And even if I never get my device, Newegg will guarantee their sales, so I know I could be protected. And they take care of the payment gateway too. So the original vendor who's selling the drive doesn't necessarily get to see any of my credit card details whatsoever. So that's a pretty safe way to buy. But if I'm just curious to see more about that, I can click on this Google Shopping link. And what happens now is suddenly, oh my gosh, I'm seeing these most incredible discounts. Look at this, the same Samsung 970 EVO for $62.58. But the source is kind of this weird shop I've never seen before. But look, there's so many of them. They must be legitimate. I mean, come on. They're all over this front page of results. There's the original Samsung result I saw. And now we have all these other sponsored results that are bubbling to the top of the search results here. And they're all around the $63 mark to $70 mark. That seems like a pretty darn good deal to me. It's not so cheap that it's completely unbelievable, but it's really cheap. Like, it's, 40, 50% off depending on where else I'm looking. So that's my kind of deal. But I click on this and go through to the page where it's listed. This seems really strange. Portbat.club. Okay, so for starters, it's not a regular commercial URL. It's not a regular commercial domain name ending in .com or .biz or .io. Port Club, that's just weird. And Portbat is just a stupid, weird name. Now it's showing me this, and these websites almost all, this will probably change over the next 6 months to a year once people catch on, because people like me are making videos to show you all the red warning flags. First of all, on this page, if we scroll right down, it says Copyright C 2019. If I want to find out if this is a legitimate, it's a nicely designed web page, but is this a legitimate business? Well, I see no links to a terms of use. There's no legal terms of use here. There is no image to show any kind of trust certification. Now, by comparison, if I go to Newegg, let's have a look here. Newegg is kind of a cluttered site. It's been like this for a long time. It's pretty good, but it's got the usual pop-ups and things saying, hey, if you do this, sign up for our newsletter, we'll give you 10% off. All that's normal. But if I scroll right to the bottom, look at this. 3 different things providing the veracity of Newegg's business. One is Better Business Bureau accredited. You won't always see that. This is the one I always look for. Secure Trust, Trusted Commerce. They have not only a secured website, you can see it's automatically puts me in SSL mode, so all my data is encrypted. But they are validated through a third-party trust certificate authority that says this is a real business, they have real people, they have people who are held accountable, and if they commit fraud will go to prison running this business. So there's that. Then it also happens to be an Inc. 500, so they've been praised by our community of business leaders. Also, if I go to company information, there's a lot of information here about laws they abide by, like the California Transparency in Supply Chains Act. They have careers, they have hours and locations. They talk about, if you dig deep enough, you could find an actual brick and mortar address for the company's offices. And if you go to About Newegg, they even have a photo of their office and talk about where they came from and a bit of company history and some fact sheets. And it's definitely a known good. Like, it would take a lot of effort for a fraudster to set up a website and provide all of this kind of detail about their business, to make it all up and to make all the lies connect perfectly. It would be too much work. So first of all, if I go to the About Us on this Portbat page, check this out. It says, welcome to Portbat. We are an online store dedicated to bringing you the best deals on various products. With high quality service and long-standing commitment to our customers, Portbat continues to grow while setting new goals on providing a huge selection of the very best products, prompt shipping, and exceptional customer service. At least their English is good. They've done their homework on writing good English instead of having a bad Google Translate version. some of these websites you'll notice pretty soon if you dig around, the quality of the English grammar and spelling leaves a lot to be desired on many of them. We are passionate about making it easier and pleasant for customers to shop online. We hope you will find your favorite products and see you as our returning customer. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us. So they'll always have an email address at least. But look at this, it's portbat.sale, not sales. Portbat.sale. What? Do they only plan on selling one thing? At outlook.com. First of all, outlook.com used to be hotmail.com, a legitimate business with a legitimate, verified and trusted domain name, would have a sales and information address. They'd also have a place to go to do returns and complaints. And at the very least, their email address would use the same email address as a domain as the domain name for the business. The fact that this is an outlook.com address, or if it were a Gmail or a Hotmail or a Ymail or yahoo.com, big red flag. Steer clear. Warning, Will Robinson. If we go to contact, let's have a look at contact. First, and another thing I noticed, it's taking a while for the page to load. Well, they do have a phone number. Now, I haven't tried calling that number, but I think it might be fun to try and do some, scam baiting. But look at this. They have an address, 1527 Fruitland, all lowercase Drive. There's no capitalization. That's grammatically wrong and unusual, and no space character between the street number and name. So that tells me someone whose first language is not English set this up. Let's have a look at that. Let's see on Google Maps where that is. Oops, I don't want a Minecraft map. Maps.google.com, that's what I want. Okay, let's put that address in. Fruitland Drive, Bellingham. Well, it appears to be a real address, but check this out. That is definitely just some person's house. And if I look at the street view, it's not even a particularly nice neighborhood or house. Look at that, old cars around, unkempt lawns. Meh, that's weird. That's just a kind of made up address. Maybe they've partnered with someone who rents a house in the States to take care of fielding all the complaints when they come in because people's orders don't get fulfilled. Now let's have a look at this. Leave us a message. This is a cute little form, looks like a letter. Again, we can put a message in, we can capture the information you need, add or remove any fields, your own custom criteria, make any field required or not. That sounds like instructions from a website template from Drupal or Moodle or something to me. I mean, that's exactly what that is. They didn't put any effort into this at all. Another huge red flag. At least they have a privacy policy. It looks kind of sparse. It's probably just been lifted from somewhere else. Oh, and look at this. Hello _ session ID, unique token. Sessional allows Shopify to store information about your session. So either they're using Shopify as a template to set this website up, or they just lifted this terms of use from, or privacy policy, straight from Shopify. Terms and conditions. What does this look like? Yeah, we're not liable, we're not liable, we're not liable. If you give us your favorite email address, create a login to set up a password, and give us your reused password that you use everywhere because you can never remember any passwords, and your credit card number, we're not responsible for all the thieving we're going to do. Yeah, right. These people need to be brought to justice, and Google needs to fix their algorithm for preventing these dodgy sites from putting their results at the very top of all the searches. Okay, so let me go back. if this wasn't enough to turn the alarm bells on, let's just say I add this to cart. Now, this seems too good to be true and I want to buy it. So I'm just going to go here and I'm going to go check out. Look at this. I'm going to check out because I want to get my... Oh, now look at this. They provide no possible way of checking out as a guest. I can't just enter my shipping details and my credit card number. No, I have to sign up and create an account and give them my first name, last name, address, where I live, and my phone number and my email address. And if that's not enough, at the next stage, let me just put some junk information in here. So let's go me.here@now.com. I'll go me here 1234 Now Street, Portland, Oregon. Oh, not Ohio. Oh, whatever. 83027. They probably have no validation on here. And let's do 418-333-2244 for a phone number just made up. Continue the shipping method. What happens next? Oh, they're going to let me choose a free shipping. Continue the payment method. Okay, so at this point I can pay by PayPal or use a credit card. I'm surprised this particular website did not demand I create a sign up. Normally there's a gateway. Other ones I've seen, there's a gateway where you have to create an account on their website and it will set up a little account for your shopping cart and all that. But in the process, they've obtained an email address and a password from you. And most people who are in that emotional state of wanting to buy something and you're excited and you're anticipating getting this incredible deal of a SSD, 1 terabyte SSD for $63 with free shipping, that you haven't stopped to realize you've just given them the password to everything else, your online banking, your email accounts, which are connected to additional financial services like Google Wallet, PayPal, all of those. So, my friends, be warned, there are specific things that are glaring red flags when you come across a deal from Google search that are just mind-blowing, that are absolutely scammers who are just fishing for your data. If you ever see one like today, it's Portbat. Last week I saw one that was some other domain name, and several months ago I saw another one that was a different domain name again. It's usually with these kinds of products or bizarre car parts or things like that. They're almost always these same glaring red flags that, if you're smart, you'll notice and you'll see, look, this price really is too good to be true. They'd be selling it at a loss. They'd be paying you to take the product at that price. So don't get fooled. Don't get fooled, and make sure you take care of if you have young kids or teenagers with credit cards or debit cards buying online. If you have older parents who don't know much about technology who want to buy something online, please watch out for them. Help them to know, either don't buy online or go to a reputable source. If you're going to buy hardware, go to homedepot.com or lowes.com, somewhere that actually has a good online presence and somewhere that will allow you to return items or get your money back if something goes wrong with the order. Anyway, I hope that's helpful, and please, everyone, stay safe, and God bless you.